I know what you're thinking. What a mess. That's the same thing I've been thinking, and I am so glad to finally tackle organizing this master bathroom. We are lucky because we have a ton of storage, but it's just not being used effectively. I have some bins and some, light organization, and because I know where things are, but things are not properly stored. They fall behind. When the drawers move out, things will fall, then they get stuck, they won't close. So all in all, I'm super excited to jump into this project. Let's go. The best way to tackle a project like this is to start with decluttering. So what I like to do is get a nice flat surface. I have a portable table I usually use, but I luckily have this table handy right next to where I'm working. I first pull out all of the sheets and towels. I go through them and decide what I want to keep and what I want to donate, and then whatever I'm keeping I throw into the washer just to refresh it because they've been up in this cabinet for a while. So I'm going to get that started first. While the linen's washing, I then move on to the other part of the cabinet. I again pull everything out and I kind of do a macro sort. I try to put like things together so I know what I'm working with, and then I start to try to organize, and again I'm looking at expiration dates, trying to decide if there's things I no longer want, I get rid of it. If there's something I can give to someone else and they can make use of it, I look at that, and then I just make sure that anything that I want to keep and organize I truly want and need. A question I often get is, how long do these projects take? And my answer is always, it should take as long as you have. I don't think you need to do a project in one day or one weekend. I think it's perfectly acceptable to take it shelf by shelf and work on it at a pace that fits your schedule. So if you have a friend and they're able to do a makeover like this in a day or a weekend, don't feel intimidated by that. Know that you can do this shelf by shelf and you'll still get there and you'll get the same beautiful result. So yes, I did this over a period of a day and probably a half. So it did take me quite a bit of time, and I made a disaster in the middle of trying to do it. So, you have to take that into account as well. But don't feel pressured that you have to do these type of projects all at once. It may not look like it, but I now have a good handle on what I'm keeping and need to organize and what's going. Now it's time to shop. The best time to shop for product is after you've decluttered and you have a really good sense for how you want the space to look and feel. So now that I have that, I've gone to Target. I went straight to their Bright Room section because I know that they have some pieces that will match some of the containers I already have, because I always try to reuse and repurpose things that I have. So I took a peek and I was able to find what I want and get out real quick. I plan to use mostly the container on the left because it matches some of the containers that I already have. You can't really tell a difference if you don't look really close. And then I have one spot to use the container on the middle, and then the one on the right, the tall one, I'm going to use at the bottom shelf, because what happens is I put my taller product down there and it falls over and then it falls behind. So I'm really happy to be able to put them inside this larger container, so when I open the drawer and close it, everything stays put. There is a piece of product that I did buy ahead of time. I was at Costco and saw these organizers. They were a 2-pack and they were really inexpensive. So I bought 2 boxes. So I have 4 of these organizers for my makeup. Okay, time to clean the shelves, make sure they dry, and then start placing the different containers to make sure they fit just like I want them, and start loading them up. With organizing, there's no right or wrong answer. You'll notice sometimes I will move the same thing 3 times before I really find a spot that I like. And probably if you were organizing the same contents, you may organize it a little bit different. So it's all about your preference and how you use the space. So you'll see I move things around several times, but I'll finally get it how I like it. Once I have a good feel for how everything's going to be placed, I start to figure out how I want to put my labels. So I use Post-its or some sort of paper to do it first before I start using my Cricut or label maker or something that's more permanent. Today I used my Cricut Joy to make my labels. I had found some alpha wire mesh labels, these plastic things, and I was able to just put the Cricut labels right on top of it, and I put a white piece of paper behind it so they stood out more, and I think they're going to work out really nice. So it's good that I get to use these alpha products that I've had just sitting around, and I think they're going to work perfect for this project. Here's a quick close-up of a couple of the containers I did. So you'll notice inside of the larger container, I sometimes use different containers to try to keep things contained. So here I used a plastic bin that I have, and in the other one next to it, I ended up using one of the extra makeup containers that I bought at Costco. So I use whatever I need to help keep structure within the larger bin. Because this cabinet is so deep, I try to put back stock and things I don't access as often in the back, and then I have my bins in the front for frequently accessed items. I love the way my makeup drawer turned out. It is so nice. Before it was cramped and hard to get to everything that I needed, so now this is just perfect. Behind my makeup, I keep small bags handy for if I want to put them in a purse, or if I want to pack stuff up for an overnight or when I'm traveling. I also keep some extra bottles that I may need in the future. So you can see everything's nice and organized. I have all my nail products together that I really don't use, but my daughter seems to use more than I do. I have my sunscreen in one container, and this is where I use the extra makeup container from Costco, and I'm able to put all the different bottles in here and keep them from falling over. While my makeup drawer is probably my favorite, this is definitely a close second. I'm so happy that now all this tall extra backstock product, when I open the drawer to get my hairdryer out, it doesn't fall over. It's so nice. I'm so happy with these tall bins. All my linen is out of the dryer, and now I'm gonna fold it up and get it put away. I love having the towels rolled up like this. If somebody grabs one, the others don't come unfolded or get messed up. So this is really nice. And I do think I could still pare down a bit, but we'll see. I will quickly note that this is just linen for my husband and I. This is not for our whole family. I have an entire linen closet for the rest of the family I still need to organize. So stay tuned for that. When I go to stores, I always try to bring bags and make sure and reuse them time and time again. But I've had this collection for years and years and just cannot get rid of them. I always think that there's going to be a purpose for them, and I generally do find purposes for them, but then I reuse them again. So I just have a large stash. So today I'm going to get them all out, organize them, and put them in a container so that they don't get so out of control, and I can make better use of the space. I have this container I got a while ago at the Container Store, and I was storing it to use for some future project, and I think this is just the right project. I think it's going to be perfect for holding the bags and keeping them contained. This container worked perfect for this small cabinet. Now I have the container inside here. I've got them organized from smallest to largest, so it's easy to find what I'm looking for. And the long ones I have folded like I do on the side so that if I pull out the container to get something out, those will stay in place because they're folded long ways. So I think this will work out. So I saw this container at Costco a couple years ago, and it's to hold fruit in the kitchen, but I knew it would be perfect for a bathroom organizer. And my last bathroom, it was too big. So when we moved to this house a short time ago, it was perfect. So I pulled it out and I use it to put all of the products that I want to access in the morning or in the evening, and it's all easy to reach, and I'm really happy with having this on my counter to organize things. I just had too many products and too many things on there that I wasn't using, so this was a good clean out for me. Wow, that was quite the project. That was more work than I expected it to be, but the result is even better than I expected. I'm so happy. I love being organized. I love being able to find the things I want to find easily and be able to put things back and not have things tipping over and falling. So let me know in the comments what you think, and be sure to subscribe for more projects like this. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.